All right, let's jump right into the wonderfully twisted world of Wednesday. The first episode does so much more than just set the scene. It's this incredible setup for a world full of outcasts, a super compelling murder mystery, and of course, a hero who sees everything in black and white, maybe with a splash of blood red for good measure. So, right off the bat, we meet our main character, Wednesday Adams. And she is something else. She's brilliant, she's brutally honest, and she's basically allergic to feelings. Yeah, most people just see her as a freak, but what we're gonna find out pretty quickly is that her own special kind of weird, that's actually her superpower.
All right, so how does our delightfully dark hero get herself into trouble? Well, it all kicks off with her brother, Pugsley, and what you might call a little poolside revenge. Except, there's nothing little about it.
Now, here's the thing about Wednesday. She's got this secret weapon. She gets these psychic visions. All it takes is a single touch and boom, her mind is flooded with images from the past or the future. So when she finds her brother tied up in a locker, all she has to do is touch him, and she sees exactly who's responsible. And for Wednesday, once she knows something, she has to act. And her idea of justice is, well, it's pretty intense. This isn't just getting even, it's making a statement. I mean, dropping a bag of piranhas into the school pool during water polo practice, that's a whole other level of terrifying loyalty to her brother. Of course, this little stunt gets her expelled, which leads her parents to a big decision. There's only one school left that can handle her. So yeah, that whole piranha incident pretty much forces her parents' hand. They decide to send her to the one place that might actually get her, their old school, Nevermore Academy. And as the name suggests, it's a school for outcasts. So in this world, you've basically got two groups. There are the normies in the nearby town of Jericho, and then you have the superpowered outcasts at Nevermore. And trust me, this is not some friendly high school rivalry. We're talking about a tension that's been bubbling just under the surface for centuries. And what's super interesting is how Nevermore is structured. You've got this whole social ecosystem. The school is basically run by four main cliques. You have the super cool vampires, the tight-knit werewolves, the persuasive sirens, and the gorgons, who can literally turn you to stone. It's pretty much a supernatural high school pecking order. And this brings us to Wednesday's first real challenge, her new roommate, Enid. She's this super cheerful, color-obsessed werewolf who is the literal opposite of everything Wednesday stands for. Seriously, it's more than just a personality clash. It's like a full-on collision of two different universes. Imagine a walking, talking rainbow exploding all over Wednesday's perfectly black and white world. But you know what? The social drama inside Nevermore has got nothing on the literal monster that's hiding just outside. So while Wednesday's trying to cope with her, let's call it aggressively colorful room, a real nightmare is starting to play out in the nearby forest. So get this. Some kind of vicious, mysterious monster is attacking people, ripping them apart. When the third body turns up, the local sheriff immediately points the finger at Nevermore Academy. He's convinced one of the outcasts is behind it, which, as you can imagine, just makes the tension between the school and the town a whole lot worse. Meanwhile, Wednesday is completely unimpressed with her new school and is already planning how to escape. But during one of her attempts, a huge gargoyle falls and nearly crushes her. Her story's almost over before it even starts. But then she's saved by this guy, Xavier, who's a kind of moody artist, and it seems like he might have a connection to her past. And that close call, that was just the warm-up. This is where the real mystery starts to kick in, and it involves another weird student, a truly terrifying vision, and a prophecy that doesn't cast Wednesday as the hero, but as the villain. Okay, so she accidentally bumps into this nervous, nerdy kid named Rowan, and it triggers the most intense vision she's ever had. She doesn't just see him die. She feels the absolute terror of being torn apart by that monster from the forest. And well, that definitely gets her morbid curiosity going. So she follows him, thinking she's going to save him. But then, plot twist, he attacks her. He pulls out this old drawing his psychic mom made years ago, and it shows a girl who looks exactly like Wednesday standing in front of Nevermore Academy as it burns to the ground. He's convinced yes to kill her to save the school. But before Rowan can play the tragic hero, Wednesday's own vision comes true. The actual monster shows up out of nowhere and kills Rowan right there in front of her. So her vision was right, but now she's left with an even bigger mystery on her hands. And here's where it gets really weird. She goes to the sheriff, but when they get back, the crime scene's gone. No body, no blood, nothing. The next day, the principal just casually announces that Rowan has been expelled. So now, Wednesday is being totally gaslit. She's starting to question everything, not just the school's secrets, but whether she's going crazy. So after all that chaos, the episode shifts gears a bit. We get to the Poe Cup, which is this big annual school competition. But for Wednesday, this isn't about school spirit. It's a new way for her to prove she's not crazy and to dig up the truth that everyone seems so desperate to keep hidden. She gets roped into joining the boat race, and, of course, her competitive side kicks in immediately. She ends up leading her team to a win by outsmarting her new rival, Bianca, who's the queen bee siren of the school. But it's not really the victory that's important here. It's what she spots on the winner's trophy that really catches her attention. She sees a symbol on the statue's book, and it's the exact same one from Rowan's prophecy drawing. Inside the book, there's a riddle. And because she's Wednesday, she figures it out in like 2 seconds. The answer? It's something that's practically in her blood. Snap twice. So with that iconic double snap, a secret door slides open, revealing a hidden library. And right there on a pedestal is the blue book from her vision, the one Rowan was holding. This is it. This is the proof she needed. It confirms she wasn't imagining things and that there's a huge conspiracy going on right under everyone's noses. But just as she's about to grab the truth, bam, someone throws a bag over her head and captures her. And that's where the episode leaves us, asking a ton of questions. Who is so desperate to protect these secrets? And are they trying to stop Wednesday because she's getting too close to solving the mystery? Or because, just like the